where he opens Sentry Stalker, and then before the 4th unit, he gets a Twilight Council, and he also gets a battery after the Twilight Council. You proxy a gateway on the map, and you go 3 or 4 gates.
Yeah, I also saw Parting do this, where he just throw out the Link as well. You only make 1 Sentry.
Yeah.
I guess they're very aggressive.
I also like that.
Yeah, it can be good.
Yes. The problem with it is if someone opens like Twilight Robo, and then you get counter-attack with Link, it can feel very rough to defend. Especially on a level 11.
Yeah, right.
If you're looking at the build of it, is there anyone particularly
Yeah, I'm a bit scared of 1D right now. I think what is gonna happen is that 2 DTs walk into leave space and he's going up to a 3rd base lead and he loses to the DTs. That's what I'm expecting.
feeling something pretty similar? He hasn't once scouted the site, especially if you see now 4th pilot, right? It's a little bit suspicious.
He should know now. Okay, I guess not because he just started the upgrades.
It's just gonna be a short game pattern for this one. You really did pick a great game. Yeah, the robot is gonna be fine. Maybe he can force you to save himself and face tension.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it.
GG.
Well, exciting game number 1. You sure you want to stick with just 1 game, or you want to add a 2nd one?
Okay, 2 games.
2 games, man? I don't want to peer pressure you. You can stop it any second.
I mean, you are present. It is your turn.
I do what it was a very short game. People want more. What can I say? You have to add any big thoughts on the 2017?
No, not really. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of the same map, I would say. Like, you can also all in at this map.
You have to ramp 3 ramps. That's not no? You have to log in.
It's impossible. I mean, not impossible, I mean, it's hard.
Yeah, it's hard, but on Lightshade it's impossible. Lightshade has ramps the size of Grand Canyon. Here there's 1 ramp the size of Grand Canyon. It's in a relatively nice area. You don't agree?
I don't know. Maybe you're right. I don't know.
You're allowed to listen.
No, I'm not gonna say against you.
No, that's the point. We need your expert analysis. I'm just here to make sure that the game starts and that the game eventually comes to an end. We need you for the hard thing. You're the natural enemy of the guy that just won the game. Like you're the apex predator, the guy on top of the food chain when it comes to PvP in Europe. I think out of the last 10 series against Showtime, you won like 9 of them.
That's a big no. I'm no apex predator. The last 2 times I played with Showtime, I got destroyed.
We are
The 8 times before you.
Nope. Well, this is quite interesting. Deep is going for the 1 gate expand. And Showtime is gate scouting.
play a lot of one gate expand, right?
No,
Or
I don't.
You
I
used
only play 2K.
to play a lot of one gate expand,
The firstborn shall persevere.
right?
Yeah, well,
Give
right.
us
Okay,
your
I still play it.
Oh, you didn't want to give away the information.
No, no, no.
It's okay. Anyway, you're a bit of an expert when it comes to the one. It's just what I wanted to say. You don't have to say what you're playing right now, but you're very good at the one. No, like
where
okay, I think you're very good at the one. Let me put it like that. You can't disagree with what I'm saying. I think you're good at the one gate expand.
forward.
So I would like to have
We are
on
of
what you
one
think
mind.
are the correct responses.
To glory.
Like right
I'm not
now,
gonna tell the correct answer.
you're gonna tell us okay. Then all we need is we're just gonna need a number from 1 to 10, and whether you like it. Without telling us what the correct response is, just
So what I
indicate.
think is what Showtime usually does is this with the cyberpop blocks, he goes to stock. I was expecting this.
Against Oracle, it would be really big if Deep Season had the same kind of defensive play. It's kind of nice.
And he's gonna know now. And Showtime has to be careful of not getting core blockers with. But I think he's well, I guess he ain't gonna let it finish.
It's gonna be Oracle first, I think.
Yeah, Oracle. Unless you want to do a void wave. Weird push. So I think this is a good position for Showtime. It's like
Gonna take a lot of damage against the Oracle. Gonna get past Twilight Council. And
Yeah.
seems relatively single word.
yeah, I think that's the best choice.
3 damage as well in the first shot, without having a battery in the main. That actually is kind of nice. Plus they're gonna get hallucination available, or has hallucination available. In case the Oracle rewards. I also think Showtime just scouted the lag of the second Oracle and the fast second. That makes defending this really comfortable. Now you don't need to add an extra offer that you usually want to get. You can actually just get the blink on the top. He hasn't gotten anything yet. Even more damage on that Oracle.
Yeah, I think you should just play defensive with the oracles and maybe try to delay Showtime's spurt. He's getting up, like maybe making a stage 4 for the third phase. But I don't really think you can go 2 oracles if you saw the Stargate immediately. You start making it, and you don't have 2K, so you can't really do a 2 adept 2 oracle push pressure.
Yeah. That might open some.
Oh shit.
Showtime with the forward. Natural. What do you think of that? You prefer line extension.
Yeah, I prefer that.
Line extension.
I think it gets harder to defend a third place if you do the triangle one, but you can't really get a jump into the main. Yeah.
One too many times.
Oh shit. God damn.
Yeah. He's 6 gate blink stalker. 40 or 2 sentries in a warp prison. I used to always lose to that. But it was impossible to defend.
Glorious combat is upon us.
This actually don't take the time to do all this.
Like I always get nervous first, even from when I knew it was coming. And always overreacted. Like I stayed on 2 bases for way too long and made mortals even before the push happened.
Right now I don't even really mind. You have your aura gold, throw down some stasis. He has enough sentries for good scouting.
Neeb is really good with stasis spots. I always get traps.
Does it make him very good at stasis run, or you bad at split?
I mean, it's like a lot of scenarios. Like sometimes he flies to your main and he just makes a stasis wall and I don't see anything. Sometimes I walk into them without being aggressive. I don't know, it only happens versus him.
He also does the trick a lot where he'll put a stasis like 1 or 2 blinks away from the force phase, and then he'll do like a blink stalker pressure that's relatively small. Then he'll pretend to blink back and chase it and stalks off. This happened actually the other day when I was playing on the lane.
Yeah, that's a classic trick. Both players is going more gas. Not making any more gas. Gas than ball. Yeah, I mean, I've seen a lot of Koreans lately, they go up to 6 gases or even 5. Like Sound, he always likes to go 5 gases. The Templar cards. And Sc goes 6 gas, and I also saw I didn't go up to 6 gas, but none of the foreigns does that yet.
It feels like the Koreans also did that, and that's about it. The Koreans started on 3, and we started cooking that, then they went to 4 gas, and half a month later we started playing. Now they're back to 6 gas. So, what do they really want? You also saw Zest play some double robo disruptor.
Yeah, he likes to do that on Blackburn and Woman side, I think, on very turf maps. So it looks like Showtime is setting up push and all in, I would say. And he has to do something.
This map is tricky to defend when you have the fort. Before that is pretty easy, but once you get the fort, you can drop. Stasis is gonna get blasted as well. Doesn't have vision. That's where the phone is.
I think once Neeb gets 2 disruptors, he should be very fine.
Yeah,
I don't think that. Neeb is actually not getting +3 or any upgrades at all right now. Showtime is getting +1 shields.
It's not gonna matter too much what the disruptors are. Actually, this is kind of out of position. Really needs to be careful. That many are
That's not true. I don't like this fight from Neeb. I don't understand why it doesn't back off.
Still stays in the map, that's more up. Open a zealot, perhaps you can try to hide those down with your battery in the middle. It looks like 5 is his gateway. But once he gets 2 more disruptors from him, he might go too far. One more big zealot warp. Super battery can still be used though, hasn't been used yet. It looks like you're wide.
Doesn't know.
Spain.
Kill the twist, at least.
Yeah, but
Maybe he can go.
I think the super battery was just used a lot earlier. It would be fine if it's like super. It's like 2 arbles still fighting. Disruptor's gonna get taken out, disruptor count turn at 2. The game is kinda gonna reset if he hits one of these 2 shots. Be very careful. Stalker are moving in as well. Cannon and battery will get power. think we might be in front of them.
Yeah.
Rounds.
Fight down the rank there, Alex. Really thought that he could take it. Was rough. Good blink forward out of Showtime. Super battery is now recharging. Still a disruptor shot here. Still get a lot on before unit goes down. Marvin in the
Yes,
back.
ET is now. Looks like he is holding right now.
Still really close, no?
Yeah,
Every
I
warp
think
that
that
shows
could. I think Neep could have handled that a lot better. Like a lot of situations where he missed my good a bit. And especially on that final, where I don't think he should have taken that. I think he should just poke and fall back immediately. But if you can hold the next attack, Showtime is going for, I think he's gonna be in a very good position. First, he has to.
So many salads though. I feel like one warp in of Stalker. Like that.
Showtime,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
No immortal. His battery is supporting very far in front, so it's kind of scary for him to be out of position that far. Now there's 4 disruptors, once again goes down the ramp to 5. Don't make the same mistake again, dude. Go back to kind of defending your ramp. I think Showtime almost needs to start transitioning now. 4 disruptors is too much.
Yeah,
I don't see how he can take this.
But I don't think he wants to play on it. I mean, he's getting it. He's trying to get disruptors now.
Still needs to be careful though. You can't just move out on the map. One good blink, one bad shot, and all of a sudden all the Zealot is disrupted. Showtime, however, also needs to be careful that he doesn't give up too many positions. He gives up
Yeah, he can also go for DT right now.
And he's one single cannon, no battery.
What the hell?
Let's see how
Who's gonna
fast
come in?
Very fast reactions.
Next goal though, something that will be fast. There's a big fight happening in the middle at the same time. Next cannon is gonna fall. There's no observer ready there. Fight in the middle also going in favor of me. Big disruptive shots are hitting. 1, 2, 3. GG gets called. And Showtime loses game number 2. Neat ties up the series. The American takes on game number 2.
Very well.
Very well.
Wow, they got really a lot of APM. 400.
He's very fast.
Yeah, both of them. I can't get my over 300.
You're very precise. And you have very good brain. And you're still young. Showtime's been practicing for a long time. Well,
Yeah.
you were still fast. I think you Alright. Thanks for joining me, man. I'll let you go to prepare for your match against Congo.
Thank you. And enjoy your time casting.
Very well. Thanks so much for being here.
Yeah, thank you for having me here as well. Not that I enjoyed it that much, but thank
Not that he enjoyed it that much. Alright, you get Drogo and pick that shit. This time around. Also exciting. Might enjoy himself a little bit more. Ready. Ah, it's very kind. It was very kind. Yeah, he's great. That was pretty funny.
And it was also 2 minutes and you couldn't play anymore for 1 hour to 30 minutes. I had to like fight to get answers to the question. Hey Max, what do you think I should do again? Like, poker and a Probably both. What did you do? I get poker.
It's funny because I feel like most European players, and I think most of these like they're really, really solid. Like European player, I think in general he's pretty solid. But his team is so I feel like all European players playing it. And then we just talk with him. If you would just go up on what it sounds like top 25 players, like it's his worst background. He's like he's so sick. Like his entire conversation is dedicated to how to be next. It's just like, I don't care what I like to do. Play more like you, buddy. Alright, I can't do the introduction. Everyone knows who we're here. Romanticize this time around. And no one is properly yeah, that's pretty long. I kind of go up and down. There are days where I wake up and I'm like, today's gonna be the day where a single second time is gonna be my main days. But then other days you just feel like the guy, the second final in my main day, third final in the low game.
I remember the one morning when you woke up, you messaged me like, dude, like Proxy's Oracle is actually the best field that Microsoft has ever seen. You're always ahead, no matter what happens. Like, okay, but
Okay, I still believe that. Except, hey, there's some scenarios where you straight up die. Proxy Oracle is completely busted. It makes no sense how strong it is. I can say that. We've seen a lot of sentry stalwart. Not just out of show. My men is out.
Oops.
to be honest, when I started playing a lot again, I went Stalker into Sentry purely because Showtime was doing it, but I didn't really get why I was doing that. So I'm gonna start questioning. Nib was mining more gas in the opening, so unsurprisingly he's going for Stargate. But two Stalker Stargate is not as cool as if you're proxying the Stargate.
It's actually, it's way worse than proxying the Stargate. It's actually inferior. It's an inferior build. Yeah. And also, I actually prefer Showtime's position because he gets the scout. So while Neep is kind of left in the dark for a very long time, Showtime knows 100% what's going to be happening. So he can decide completely what to do for it. Technically, he could even go Phoenix, which I don't like, but it is possible.
Yeah, Phoenix is no bueno.
Yeah, I think it's no bueno either. But maybe Rotti as well.
This is like more like Goblin style, you know? Two Stalker, a battery, and Stargate Phoenix. It's like what these guys would do. So I personally don't like it. Like if I was in Showtime position, but I was playing Twilight Forge, I think I would really like my position. But it's kind of gonna be a mirror match, and like Nib is really respecting the fact that it could be Oracle. Like, oh, I thought he had a battery in the main base, but actually no. So never mind that.
Yeah.
He's being Robo.
Make
Oh,
oracles.
I know what he's doing.
Is he playing Robo Stargate Void Ray?
I think, unless game plan is different against Oracle, I think he's gonna get an extremely fast third. And when he was doing this off one gate expand, it felt incredibly strong. Off 2 gates, when you're gonna lose a bunch of probes to the Oracle, I don't think it's gonna be as hot. Who knows?
Yeah, he's gonna lose a crap ton of workers here before going down. I think he's gonna just do 6-7. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
This is another reason why Proxy Oracle is so good, because you just arrive 30 seconds early. You scout with your Oracle.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm not very awkward for me. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Like, putting all 16 back on the middle is barely mining the gas. Like, he really wants to follow the line, so hitting a first is doing more fault.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
I think in this situation, you're kind of abusing it against people only getting one Oracle. So if Showtime was getting 2 Oracles, it should be GG. Like, I really think like you see that third base, I'm like, okay, but you're gonna bully you.
Yeah, you can't actually defend that either. Your blink is so late. You need like 3 stalkers in every base, and if 2 adepts end up going somewhere, like the game just basically.
And on the, you don't have blink forever. Like you can attack the third base, and if the guy like comes to defend the third base, you blink his main base. Like what you do, you can't do anything. So it's such a niche situation that never happens. You can afford it. But it's not happening. Both player are similar broken. And one dude is oh, he could skip immortal. I think you have to cut some corners if you have to come back in this game.
Yeah, you gotta risk it to get the biscuit.
True.
Neeb is hungry, so he's definitely risking it right now. Moving towards his third phase, and I think he kind of equalizes out nicely after, well, what could be considered a god-awful start, losing 6 workers in an Oracle Mirror. That's, that's sometimes compared to a death sentence. But he kind of, I don't know, he maneuvered himself out of this in a very elegant way, bro.
I think it's kind of easy when all you're doing is making probes. Because like then the disadvantage is not as how to say, like you're gonna have a few less units, a few less game. Like everything's a bit later, but probe count is equal. Technically, yes. Now it's Showtime's job to like use his advantage in a not as obvious manner. Like you have to exploit the timing or something like that. It's not as easy as just having more water when you came up with
Yeah. You also have the, I mean, he has the faster top 1, right? He's gonna have fast top 2. He's getting a really fast 4th base as well. I like that.
I like it as well.
What is it all? It's up 7? It's still for 8 gauge. It's gonna go up to 9. Oh, is he playing the 3 gas? No, this is a 4 gas. He's gonna just stay on 63, 64 worker, go on 10 gauge, and just go absolutely hammer in the top 2. It's actually
like
difficult for Nietzsche to handle.
Yeah, I think it's maybe that's my honest opinion. But I'm always so surprised that Showtime plays this very, very little probe count. Because what happens is that when your 4th base is done, you don't actually have any probes on it. It's kind of hilarious. And I honestly, I can never resist the temptation of making a few more probes. So like I have a few buggers on it. But it does when you have more zealots, which sometimes matters. But here we're 2 stasis right next to each other, one shot time on a neutral. Showtime made 3 more probes. Weak, not committing fully to the probes themselves.
Yeah, even got a battery. I don't think there's a world where I make a battery.
I do feel like that this warp prism. Do we have a warp prism for Showtime? That's incredibly confusing to me. No way in hell am I not thinking of warp prism here straight to the 4th base. It's like the easiest thing you can pretend if you have an advantage.
Yeah. He also goes, what is it, 6 gas now? He's in it for a long haul. And it's actually gonna, if he decides to move out now, which he is, it's gonna be DTs potentially as well. Isn't he aware of the pylon on the bottom side? You always want to scout where the pylon is. He's just gonna move out. Rain. Holy crap.
Oh, well, you just need like, pretty much when you open like the fast thing, you usually have a lot of minerals, and you can really abuse player like going charge of Archon if you have like more structure than they could expect, you know, like the critical mass, that's a big spaces, they are blinking away. Showtime only has 1 immortal, you could have made more, but it's hard to expect your opponent just making all of the structures suddenly. Like as a surprise strategy, this is very, very good, because what this is a bunch of gateways. They let 3 fight. 83 walkers, that is a lot of workers. Could be dungeon?
Question mark, exclamation mark. Single immortal is not helping him too much. He's gonna throw down another stasis. There's 2 batteries. 3rd battery is coming.
Why do you think? Okay, we need to keep attacking his position. I would want to move more like north of the Nexus, but I guess here you can really abuse like blinking away. No, he's moving. I don't understand.
I feel like his army isn't big enough anymore to fight in open space right now, right? Is it? I mean, he's down an upgrade as well.
Because like Neve is really trying to abuse the fact he has more Stalker, but he's just in fight. But like Showtime is mining a lot, which is actually what. But I guess now he's 77 against 83, so Neve is just gonna be happy to have pretty
getting this.
now.
He's getting disruptors. He's getting disruptors.
Oh my god, that game is crazy. People love it. Love it. Players, they don't.
Except for me.
Except for you. You're like
The people love
the one annoying kid.
Sir, don't we have homework? What can I say? I'm the people's champion, Drogo, so it only makes sense that I like disruptors. There's the Shadow Stride done. Showtime actually is looking to fight a little bit. I'm not sure if this is gonna be too hot though. It's hard to engage into this position.
I don't know. I feel like it's the only way I win games, and I feel like it's the best way to throw a game. It's kind of like I have a big collective dissonance here. Like when I'm receiving end of an attack, I'm like, okay, no, best way to throw a game, and when I want to do it, it's like the only way I can win it. I can think these two things simultaneously. Always just one Phoenix leaves the disruptors. It's like, hey, super battery. I don't know about that. This pure stalker from Neeps, so this charger should do a lot of damage.
Disrupted from the balcony, taking out a couple of the Archons, but the Zealots are getting a lot of damage in. Supplies relatively close. DT's in the natural Showtime, going pretty ham as well at the same time. Showtime finds time to respond. Two Disruptors die for free. Showtime supply is still pretty high, and with the next warp in, if that is on the other side of the map, I think he's going to be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, like we're fighting. This DT is thank God they're here. Showtime would be incredibly good position. Can he produce enough units to all this fourth place? I don't know, especially when you're looking at this whole. We have a decent amount of units now. I'm pretty sure the Showtime walked us home. Freedom is still here. It's starting to be a little bit too overwhelming. How many games we have from Leave? We have 10. Let's GG.
Wow. What a video game, Drogo. What a game of StarCraft. You hate to see it if you're an American StarCraft enjoyer. For all the Europeans out there, gonna be celebrating another win for Mauer. Puts himself onto match point. He's in a great position to get eliminated out of the tournament.
Yeah, right. To be honest, I feel like this was game play Showtime to actually attack here. So Nim Tech was kind of late, but if you're Showtime, you have a bunch of Archons and Zealots that really don't do anything if the game progresses to a late game. When you want to throw them away like as well as you can. And attacking right now, while there's not too many disruptors that will make the fight go that long for you, I think it's pretty good. I don't even think he expected to kill Nim here. I feel like this like always makes sense.
Yeah.
Against like pure stalker.
The thing with those attacks is that it's really easy to overstay your welcome and get too excited, you know?
True.
So you always gotta be careful to not get too excited. If you can manage your emotions in that way, which Showtime is one of the best emotional managers worldwide. We're not just talking StarCraft, worldwide. Yeah, I'm not surprised that it's
Thing outside.
was watching the week.
I didn't. That's this guy was over something.
Ready. Potentially the final game of the tournament here for Showtime. Both players ready up. We're about to head into game number 4.
You know what I told on the first day on that side? I woke up this morning and as I usually do, I immediately tune into Windows stream. And he hates playing on the pen. Even on those sides, he's gonna play 2 gates. And then
Pretty bad on.
yeah, he just plays 2 gates because like he just hates playing 1 gate, he plays 2 gates. And then he plays 2 gates and he scouts after his second kill or something. He goes, what's up? Oh, you know what he plays again? Anyone also playing 2 gates. Like we're 2 idiots that don't want to play the best game on the map. We're just stupid. I know this game makes no sense.
And for them it makes a lot.
It makes a lot of sense.
Alright. Enough with the jokes here, Drogo. Bottom left, we have Needless.
Oh, yeah.
Top
Yes.
right, we have Showtime. It's 2-1. We're on all sides. It's gonna be 1 gate versus 1 gate. As both of these players have a lot of respect for the meta game. what is best. Theoretically powerful. Perhaps the best question mark, exclamation mark. In Showtime, the best German pro behind Hasbro.
Behind Hasbro. And I see you guys in the chat getting excited. As a reminder, Hasbro is Canadian.
Perhaps we're thinking Select Race is the best American logo. I can indeed confirm that you think that.
Okay, we have a lot of broken gas. Yeah. When I was asking Max Packs, telling me the magic number, I'm nothing gas in minerals, but more in gas. And the magic number on broken minerals. But even since I learned that fact about myself, I started to judge everybody who was on the ladder going to default. There we go.
I just think 17 out of 61. This game is already over. No shot. Absolutely no shot. Showtime actually tried rallying his Zealot across the map, then decides to return home. Straight Stargate out of Neatlet. Straight Stargate out of Showtime. And this is the highest skill era in StarCraft 2. Phoenix against Phoenix, Oracle against Oracle. What are we gonna see from these legendary StarCraft 2 players?
Chrono boosting is there, and Showtime not chrono boosting. Pretty late. Walker count is slightly in favor of Showtime. I was wondering what he was doing with his money. But he gets a slightly late mixer. Very interesting. In general, I do feel like the player that gets started there is in a better position, but Showtime, very smart, he's gonna pull to a probe. He knows the added will probably move out. He's gonna see what pops out of the target.
And what do you do in this?
I don't know. Mate. I don't have a clue what you're doing. One gets too confusing for me.
Phoenix Oracle. Now this is an exciting matchup. The reason this is an exciting matchup is because it is asymmetrical. Oh! Surrounded the probes. Get out of here. Europe holds once again. 2 workers go down, the depth goes down.
Honestly, for 2 workers, I'm pretty happy.
America once again does damage to the cocky Europeans. Unbelievable. That's pathetic. Have you ever played solo? Yeah.
Yeah, I played loads of them.
Okay, you know the Salamander map with Donny Vermillion, the news guy? His commentary is exactly like that. It's like, are these commanders not gonna do anything about this dangerous salamander?
Yeah, when you play the lava.
And then when you kill the salamander, he goes, they took out the salamander. But how dangerous was he really? It's such a good parody of like the American news networks. I just love it. It's actually so cool. I like it.
Anyway guys, if you listen to us in commentary earlier, everyone's commented on the Showtime vision, how good it was with it. Look at Showtime vision right now. Like, no Oracle is getting past in. I can tell you that much.
Imagine Oracle going to the left side where there's nothing there. Oh! He saw it. He saw the field. No, and he moved away. No, he didn't.
I'm not moving back in again.
Bro, what are you doing? Why are you running away?
Hello?
Are you even in the game?
No, he's
I'm
not.
watching through the stream.
I'd love to see it.
I hear you guys need an PvP expert.
We definitely. Oh, Phoenixes. Actually, Showtime built a lot of Phoenixes. He's gonna be able to fight these stars. This is kind of scary.
If Showtime is doing that max presentation, this looks like a max gameplay right here. Making a ton of Phoenixes and I need that look at the back in the wall. I think that's a prediction. Yes, wait. Isn't this a team over? Like, maybe with Hold losing a ton of probes. That's a terrible situation.
The problem here is that there's not a lot going on in the back of this for Showtime, so he's gonna kill a couple of workers, but he also loses. What was it? 2 Phoenixes? Like, how bad was this really? Right now he's gonna get Bling. Okay, it's not good. I'm gonna. Third base is always almost done actually.
Yeah, I thought that at the same time the third base was going on. If a third base was here, it would be very amazing. The only thing Neeb needs to do is have a little close to say like build a cannon in your natural on a unit in hold position. And I think he might do it or if he sees the oracle. You know, it's always a good way to move pieces on the way.
He's gonna get scouts the Darksman and kills like 5-6 workers. Not too bad, not too shabby.
Not too bad. On Oceanic, that's really confusing because you see the lack of third base and suddenly your position is not that bad. But it's always tricky. I feel like, okay, I was gonna talk about overwhelming number of phoenixes, but it's only 4. So it's not even that much like to punish someone just leaving this base entirely. So yeah, you're right. I actually think Nib is not in the bad of a position.
Me
Especially-
looking gonna get charger all in. I don't want your Archons and A move.
Neep is gonna get our A move by Archons and Charcoals.
Yes.
Is that the
Yes.
prediction for now?
Yes.
The problem is just that he can't really easily move anywhere. There's 2 DTs
There's a
being warped
gateway.
on the right side. Yeah, but moving on the map, I mean, he doesn't have blink, he can't really chase. He might even be in trouble against these blink stalker attacks. These
There's a
DTs,
DT.
however.
The DT in the third base, the ops is not there yet, so that's gonna kill maybe 3 walkers and then it's gonna pull the probes away from the base.
Yes.
Obviously that's annoying. Honestly, I don't even like this all-in too much, purely because I feel like with one battery on pure Blink Stalker usually does just fine against the Archon. Especially when the Archon is as expensive as the Archon. But that DT movement though, whew,
This is
yeah,
some
I like doing
European
it.
movement here. Yeah, American was not quite ready for this. He's gonna take a crap ton of damage against this DT as well. How many kills? 4 kills. Gonna get 5. Ay. And now we get a free move out as well here for Showtime, which is pain. If you are a Neep supporter, there's no battery on the third base either for Neep. Neep's still equal in worker count, by the way, and also his upgrade is slightly faster. So even though all of this sucks, if he has a battery, which he doesn't, it might be okay.
He doesn't have a battery and he's moving out and his supply block. Oh no, that's just so unfortunate for Nim that's gonna find himself maybe in a base fight situation. Showtime is not attacking right now, he's taking a little bit of
I was
his
right,
time.
guys.
Yeah. You knew. Oh, the supply block is massive and it's gonna keep happening as he kills the third base on the Nexus, but Nim on the other side with his Blink Stalkers. I'm not sure who's gonna come out of top of the situation.
I think I know who's gonna come out on top, and I don't think it's gonna be Neep, as there's no real defensive DTs or anything like that. Blink Stalkers are not even moving into the main base yet. It's actually gonna snipe Nexi. Did he escape with any probes? No, not yet. What is the play here for Neep? Just right-clicking Nexi. Showtime manages to escape with a lot of workers. Showtime has a lot of money in the bank. He has a bigger army, he has a better army. What is there really for Neep here? What is his win condition?
I don't know, you have more Blink Stalkers, so then you're gonna have fun, but Showtime, running away with the probes, is going to be able to kill the Nexus in the natural. And with the high ground, you should be able to defend it no problem, so... I am the same as you, I don't really understand what Nim needs to move back to these Stalkers, but... It's only 50 supply, it's pure Stalker, but he's gonna need some god micro to get out of this one.
No Immortals though. Phoenixes might actually play a bit of a vital role. If you have a very big stalker count like this, and you can abuse the lack of mobility of your opponent, sometimes you can do something. Sometimes you can make something happen. And let's be real, Showtime's not going to be able to produce everything. I love this blink on top.
Oh, that's sick! So we have batteries built, this is a much better position to abuse much better.
I even think that Showtime maybe should give up this position. Just
Yeah.
cancel the Nexus, go somewhere else.
Yeah, you come to the next time, go back to your own base and get the Nexus here again.
And there's still a battery in the natural as well. I mean, he could do it.
I think he wins this game.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be fine, but he really needs to be careful. He has nothing to catch this. Still has 4 Phoenixes, dual health. Yeah, he's just gonna give it up. He's gonna move back home. He's building a Nexus in the natural. Yep. He made the same judgment there. I think it's the correct one.
Yeah, oh no, that gets really rough. Because even if it links like in the own base, first, I don't know if Showtime is gonna let him do that. Yeah. With a cannon, with a battery, we still have production available. We still need like a couple of items. It's gonna be very hard on him.
Captain, do we have a Dark Shrine alive?
Dark Shrine on the side of Showtime, but there is still 2 observers. Perhaps if he snipes with the Phoenix, the observers, he can do something, but I just...
Yeah, I was gonna say, do the dot. You know?
I wouldn't mind an Immortal here either. He's doing a good job. Still needs to be careful. It's so hard without Immortals, or without Blink, or without anything. He needs to get lifts with these Phoenixes. Right, so far have been good for Neat though.
Yeah, Showtime really doesn't want to go.
He needs to make an observer, man, as soon as he can.
Try to snipe for the observer.
Yeah, so he can put in hold position like he did, and he can kill it, get no vision and like.
Oh! One.
Killing
That was
a
a good Blink.
Phoenix. Two
That's-
Phoenix. We can only maybe 2 Stalker for it. We can't stop Zealots. It's starting an Immortal in production, but he's a bit supply block, but not that much. Like as soon as Showtime loses some more units, the Immortal is gonna pop. And honestly, these trades are not that bad for Showtime because you can just catch the Stalker every time.
Yeah. The 2 Brain Zealots are running low right now though, so Super Battery is going to be needed very soon. Super Battery not being activated. He doesn't have energy for it. Instead used it on Chrono Boost. Once this Immortal is out though, I don't really see
GG.
Neep realizes GG gets called. Neep advances on into the semi-finals as Showtime drops out of the tournament with a 3-1 victory. Takes home $200 as well. We'll be heading into our final match of today.
Captain, PvZ.
PvZ?
Give me. Yes.
You want in?
Yeah, one in. I'm coming.
Max Pack Longbow, for people wondering.
I'm disappointed, Captain.
Why?
I got no invite to the year. What is that?
Only Europe and only European server.
Since when is European?
The only European server.
Okay, when has that ever stopped me?
You wanted to play the only European event?
Yeah, when that has ever stopped me, Captain?
I wasn't sure. I'll do the only. I don't like the. What you call it? The unfair video. Next one you'll get an invite. Alright? You can participate in the biggest loser.
Right. I'm in the StarCraft.
Oh my god, okay.
What would it be? I'm not sure if it's not
Where's my invite, brother?
Yeah, we haven't started. Well, if
Motherfucking
Clem had
god.
participated, he would have been seed 7. If Clem didn't participate,
For what? I'm that small compared to this now? No way. Wow.
it is what it is. I'm just don't shoot the messenger.
I'm pretty sure I'm taller than Hero Marine. What are you talking about?
Carrying too close.
Okay, I'm taller than Laser and Su.
He laser 180, so 170.
Like they even know how to measure themselves? That's not true.
I'm sorry, man.
What is Lambo's height?
Well, he said initially 183, but then he realized he might need to play Clem with that height, so he changed to 178.
Dude, these guys are like 170. What are they smoking, man?
No shot. That was pretty tough. Like, I'm sorry, you're kind. But it is what it is.
Yeah, but I make it up to being big in somewhere else. You know what I mean?
No?
You really don't get the real hitter?
No, I don't understand.
I'm sure the Twitch chat gets it.
As long as the Twitch chat understands, then I'm fine. Alright. Robo, are you also joining or are you piecing out?
I can do some games. I don't know if I can pause the entire stream.
Excited stuff.
It's a triple cast, what is going on here?
Triple cast.
Triple
Yeah,
cast, right? Okay. Home story style?
Home story stuff. A little bit of delay, but that shouldn't.
Why delay? I'm hearing the game.
No, but the Korean thing. The Korean thing is gonna be tricky. We'll need to. I actually noticed when I was casting with Fix. I think my connection to the play has actually got off. But when we were talking about GSL, and every single time we just interrupt each other. They were
It makes a lot of sense. What is back time, man?
It's Spain.
What thing he casting with you like 3 seconds ago?
I casted game 1. I peer pressure. He told me I'll only do one game. And I don't want to do more. And after game 1 I asked him, okay, how about more? And then peer pressure always works good. So we got
Of course. Yes. Hey, you know what else it works? To make people subscribe to the stream. Yeah.
Twitch Prime Trap, guys, so Twitch.
Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? Like, I know you guys trying to fix the button on Twitch Prime. Make it harder than I promise to be up here.
I can just imagine, like, Kevin, I want to subscribe to your Twitch channel, but I can't find the Prime button. It's bad at video games. Can you help me? Tutorial.
Stuff happens.
It does happen.
Very good. Respect still not here. People aren't realizing.
Leave it. Why you don't? Leave it right there. Here.
They said to go already?
That is true.
He was just mentally preparing. This is exciting.
Nice shit, brother.
This has to be the worst map in the world. No offense.
Why?
It's so good.
Yeah, it's so good.
But I saw 50 barrels.
Yeah. Imagine how hard he would have wanted it was a balance. He would have left it for 3 minutes. No,
That went pretty hard to do.
yeah. Imagine how big the skill difference is. Alright. In the bottom right, spawning as the blue Protoss. Playing for Team Sidestorm. It is Maxpax. Oh, what's he doing? Oh, just forgot his second.
I have a question.
Talk.
So you say this map is really good for Zerg?
Yeah.
So that means there's another one that's even better for there's a beacon. So which one is it? No. What do you mean? There has to be a beacon.
Well, yeah, but I don't know. What map is better than this for Zerg?
I don't think it's Beckhead, because I know Maxpax kind of likes to play on Beckhead. I don't know, maybe he doesn't like Beckhead.
I can see that. It is not a great map. But, I mean, so basically there's like 3 maps that you don't like. Well, 4. So Beckett, Blackburn, Jaga, Lysae. These are all good for Zerg, right?
It might be Blackburn. I think Maxpax only really hits Blackburn.
So it's like, yeah, well,
You see Zerg saying Blackburn is a bad map and it's good against Protoss. And every time I see a tournament, they win against is it really a bad map for Zerg, Captain?
is it really a bad map for Zerg? That is a good question. It's interesting how that works. But perhaps compared to the other maps, it's considered bad. But they just expect very high win rates.
Yeah,
Maybe the
want
standards
them-
for win percentages are different on the Zerg side. I don't know. I'm happy if I have 45% on this one. It's better than my average. So.
You guys want to play World of Secrets.
You remind me of the Arthur's strength. Have you ever seen that? Arthur's strength with the number of advantages. He's like, I'm happy. I only have 40% win rate after the mid game. This guy on and on and on, like advantage number 9, that's decision number 10. It was after we the game too. Like,
Alright, so Captain, I really like the build of when you make a robo and they go all in. Can you play this?
The disruptor one?
Yeah.
Disruptor drop into box of offensive?
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Yeah, it's the sound build. Well, it's not the sound build, the sound plays as well.
Is Mr. Macro good at doing?
I don't think he plays it very much. I think he likes to play. He likes to build.
yeah, like almost 100% blade, which is DNS is like spurred. It's not as bad. It's not you can do on the other map. It's over.
No, do the Lambro know his case?
I think he would expect it. It's much more a lot. Never mind.
Probably could have seen it by the lack of pulling out gas in the main.
Yeah,
But
I didn't play it.
I saw it, but then I was like, I don't want to be the guy that calls it out and then you know, like over-analyzing things. So I just be quiet. And then when it happens, I'll explain why it happens. So I still get the credit, but there's no downside. It wasn't true. I like
an
this.
act of talent to the caster.
Well, this is you want a lair, no?
Yeah, like it depends. Like there's a bunch of really hard blind counter you can do if you're like 100% sure it's TT. But Limbo doesn't know right now. So you have some things that are both good against Glaive and against TT. So he's probably gonna get a bunch of units with spalls. Because like a layer against just pure adept is a very big gamble.
Much agreed. Yeah, it's probably the type of gamble that loses you the game. But yeah, in this case, he's gonna get spores, and I know that Lambo even cancels spores if he doesn't see. If he sees an adept warp in here, he'll cancel the spores.
Oh, he's not gonna get to see.
Yeah, but I mean, it's so obvious. 433, no warp in yet. Like, this can only be DTs, and now this thing shows up. Yeah, like Lambo's gonna know. Lambo's a smart guy. He's been around the block. He knows what this is. Spore going down in the main base as well. Second gas went down earlier. There's 6 queens at the front, and all of them are shooting at this prism. So Lambo's in a fine position. But we know Lambo and we know Lightshade. So honestly, I wouldn't be too surprised if we're gonna see a delayed queen push.
Shouldn't he make a lair though? He needs
Yeah.
attention for that stuff, no?
Yeah.
Well, like I think from here you can do many things. Personally, I would really like just regular Swarmos. Like you drone to 66 because you have so many units. When you go Swarmos, and like the guy doesn't tree level of the tool. It's, oh, he wasn't there.
Luckily,
Good
you guys have
recall.
recall. Balance.
That was a good recall.
That was